Hello everyone, I'm Dr. James Houck, and I'll be your professor for this course, ANTH
3310.
Religions of the World. My last name is a little bit unusual, I guess, Houck, H-O-U-K. I'm actually was born and raised in Louisiana, Baker, Louisiana, actually, not too far from here. Graduated from Baker High School some time ago. When I finished high school, went to the service for a little while. Finished that, was actually a factory-sponsored motocross racer, believe it or not, and did construction work for a little while. I was a sprinkler fitter. Actually, I was a member of Union 669, and I did that for a few years. Eventually, however, at the age of 23, I ended up at LSU. I was a freshman at 23, I guess better late than never, and I got my degree, my undergraduate degree in mathematics. And of course, during the course of studying mathematics, I'd taken all sorts of electives in religions and anthropology, philosophy, and so forth. And so I decided to pursue my studies in the field of anthropology. I was interested in religions, and I decided that anthropology would be the most interesting way to pursue that study. So I enrolled in the master's degree program at LSU. And in the course of completing that program, I went to Trinidad in the Caribbean, where I researched this group called the Orisha religion. And there I studied spirit possession. In that religion, spirit possession is a sort of a positive manifestation of spirituality. It's not a negative thing like we think of it here. Anyway, so I finished that program there, got a fellowship to go to Tulane to continue my studies. So I enrolled in the doctoral program at Tulane, and I went back to Trinidad for a calendar year. And while I was there the second time, I actually did over 2 years of field work all total. When I went back, actually I was initiated into the religion, which was a very interesting ordeal. If you take one of my other courses, one of my other anthropology courses, I talk about it. Anyway, so I finished up my doctoral studies there at Tulane, got my PhD in anthropology. I then, as soon as I received my doctorate, I actually came back here to Baton Rouge, and I taught in the public school system because in the meantime, I had actually gained certification in secondary mathematics, which I thought was a pretty practical thing to do. Anyway, so I taught mathematics here in East Baton Rouge Parish for about 6 years, everything from pre-algebra all the way up through linear algebra and calculus. Did that for about 6 years, and then finally a position opened up at LSU in the Department of Philosophy and Religious Studies, and I joined the faculty there. I had been there for about 5 or 6 years when I had heard about Our Lady Lake College and the fact that they were starting a liberal arts program, and they were offering more and more general education courses. And so I decided to take a sort of a temporary position as an adjunct here while I was still on the faculty at LSU. And I began teaching Introduction to Religious Studies here, which is essentially the same course I was teaching at LSU. And I did that for about 5 or 6, 7 years. I liked what was going on over here, and so about 7 years ago, I resigned my position at LSU. I joined the faculty here full-time, and I have written 6 courses in anthropology and a couple religions courses as well. So you may look out for those. I've just recently published a novel, Humanus Diabolicus, a postmodern prophecy. It's sort of an apocalyptic tale, kind of fantasy, kind of horror. So if you're into that sort of thing, you may want to chase it down somewhere. Also, too, I play music, and in the background here, I'm cueing a little piece of a demo that I actually recorded at my home. I have a little recording studio, and I play all the guitars here, the rhythm guitar and the lead guitar. And this is a cover song that my band recorded. We're currently disbanded, but from time to time we sort of get back together and play gigs around town. So anyway, that's a lot of fun. I've been playing guitar since I was about, I guess about 10 years old. I also play keyboards a little bit, and drums a little bit, a little bass guitar, and I do vocals when the song is right for me. So anyway, so I thought you'd like to hear a little piece of that. That sort of wraps up this little intro here. And so without further ado, we'll wrap this up, and you'll hear from me again in Module 1, Part 2.